There was a time when the upland hunter could load up their dog and hunting gear and drive to farm fields in the American plains just looking for places that looked birdy. A time when a knock on an old farmhouse door could be your ticket to the endless fields surrounding some small outpost on the prairie. Those experiences can still be found, and apps like Onyx can help the hunter find new ground. But sometimes you want to load up your dog and not worry about knocking on doors. This is a look at one couple who has figured out how to put uplanders on new ground. This is Wild Upland. Redfield, South Dakota stakes their claim as the pheasant capital of the world. Roosters are everywhere in Redfield. From the elementary school, to the water tower, to the statue that greets you upon your arrival. In a state known for great pheasant hunting, Redfield stands out. But obtaining access to all this great hunting ground can be a challenge. That's where my friends Rick and Laura from South Dakota Wild come into play. South Dakota Wild connects DIY upland hunters with landowners, taking all the stress and hassle out of finding good ground. So we're here in South Dakota, near Redfield, South Dakota, hunting with my friends Rick and Laura of South Dakota Wild. And we invited my friend Shannon all the way from Virginia to meet up here to hunt late season pheasants in early December. I met Rick and Laura a couple years ago through a mutual friend. They had just recently purchased South Dakota Wild, which is a really cool program where they lease out private farming lands for DIY hunting enthusiasts who like to come and bring their dogs and, non-guided, but make sure that they hunt wild birds here in South Dakota. And so I ended up hunting with them a couple years ago, and we just really hit it off, and really great people, fun people. So when they called me up to come hunt with them again this year, I was happy to accept the invite. Another bonus is having my good friend Shannon Jackson join me on this hunt. Can't hunt till 10 a.m., so the tradition is to get breakfast every morning.
Always up for a big breakfast.
So we're going to Leo's Good Food. Shannon is from Richmond, Virginia, and left 60-degree weather to join me on this trip. Unfortunately, it's not quite so balmy in Redfield.
We've worked on a number of projects through various clients of mine. Have gone on some hunts together. She's so adventurous. I love Kali's spirit. She loves a challenge, whether it's in the field, hunting, or as a writer or editor-in-chief. She just pushes herself, and she has a great sense of humor and is so much fun to be around.
So when you decide to hunt late season pheasants in South Dakota, you never know what you're gonna get. You can get blue skies or you can get blown out because of a snowstorm. And on our first day here, we got blown out because of wind. Dealing with late season, you got to be, conscientious of your dogs and make sure that you're not putting them in a situation that can be a danger to them. So if it's too cold for us, sometimes it might be too cold for the dogs as well. And you really got to check the environment that you're hunting. In the late season, we're hunting a lot of cattail sloughs, and with that comes frozen ponds. And so you really got to make sure that the ponds are truly frozen before you send your dog in there, because accidents do happen, ice can crack. Not only that, but if you're dealing with, 10-degree weather, anything below that, and your dogs can start showing conditions of hypothermia. And so got to be really conscientious of it, pay attention, and make sure that you're not putting your dog in any danger. So cold and windy today. Not sure how much we're gonna stay out here because it's almost to the point where your fingers are so frozen that you can't even pull the trigger. Woo! Just a balmy day in South Dakota. After an afternoon hunting in frigid temperatures and blistering winds, what better way to ease our missed luck than visiting a local creamery? This truly unique Redfield staple offers not only a large selection of artisan cheeses, but also a selection of pickled meats and vegetables. Delicious snacks that feed morale in hopes of better hunting conditions tomorrow.
Wild Upland is brought to you by Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. And by Browning, the best there is. Fiocchi, your upland ammo for every pursuit. Onyx, know where you stand. Lucky Duck, loyalty goes both ways. And by Final Rise, premium upland gear.
When the weather is this cold, the pheasants are hunkered down in the thick cover of cattail sloughs. Luckily for me, I have my seasoned lab Lincoln on hand to hunt this sort of cover. Watching your dog grow old is a bittersweet process, but it makes you appreciate the good days that much more. This whole season, Little Jones has really gotten his time to shine because of the type of hunting that I've been doing, you know, on huns and quail and chucker, and Lincoln's kind of had to sit the sidelines, but luckily for him, he really shines on roosters in this deep cover and thick cover, and so this was really his time to hunt. And since we were hunting cattail sloughs and a little thicker environments, Lincoln, I was able to bring him out, which was really special to me because he was really sick this year, and I wasn't really sure he was gonna make it much longer. And to see him act like he's a 3-year-old dog again when he just turned 9, it was really special to see, and he really was in his environment.
My dog is Surly, and he's a 7-year-old yellow lab. And he came out of Texas. I actually drove down to Texas like over Labor Day weekend one time when he was 7 weeks old, picked him up and drove straight back. So he kind of thinks I'm Mom, I think. And he's a little spoiled, but he can hunt, and he loves his job. And he's getting worn out on this trip for sure, hunting these thick cattail sloughs. Rooster, rooster! Nice!
Good boy, Jones. Good boy. Come here. Let me see. Good boy. Little dog, big bird. Good boy, Jones. Yesterday, we weren't really able to hunt because it was so cold and windy, and today is a blue sky day here in South Dakota, and so we're able to get out, but these birds are holding real tight because of how windy and cold it is, so we're hunting these cattail sloughs, so tough hunting, but it's all right.
I was surprised when the first rooster got up, and I really had trouble getting the safety off the gun. So I was behind that one. And then my next rooster, it was lights out with that TSS. So it was a very good experience and felt fantastic to get that first rooster.
That's Shannon's bird. Good boy. Hold. Sit. Wait. Good boy.
That was so exciting, pushing that field. We jumped a few. This one was right near the ditch. Jumped at the last minute, my first South Dakota rooster. Fantastic day. I really didn't know what to expect as far as the number of birds. It's been very surprising how many we've gotten into and how tightly they're holding. I mean, it's been cold, they've been tucked in, and we've walked over a number that have surprised us from behind. So that's been a very interesting experience for me. My other pheasant hunt that I was on, you know, the birds got up much further in front of us. Just a different experience all the way around. It's beautiful terrain. It's fun to watch the dogs work.
In late season, you're either dealing with birds who have been heavily pressured, or you're dealing with birds who are smart and try to stay in the thick cover and not come out. So in our particular hunting, we're hunting a lot of cattail sloughs, we're hunting a lot of CRP, and we really never, you never really know what's gonna happen, so you gotta be ready at all times, because a lot of times we're hunting and a rooster will get up behind us because we've walked right over it because he's so thick in the cattail sloughs, or they're flushing wild 100 yards in front of us. So you never really know what you're gonna get, and you just gotta be ready and trust your dog. South Dakota really makes their culture around pheasant hunting, and it's really cool to see. We're on the eastern side of the state, and that is really what they're all about. I mean, you drive into Redfield and the sign says pheasant capital of the world. The elementary school, they are the roosters, and so it's really a lifestyle here. And we go to the diner every morning, and there's 2 other tables full of hunters in orange caps. It's almost like blaze orange is the state's colors, really.
It's really the life here, and it's beautiful. Just one little small town after another. It's a unique and special experience.
If there's any disappointment about this trip, it's only that Laura from South Dakota Wild can't join us in the field. A bum shoulder is the bane of the shotgunner, but it's not slowing Laura down from doing just about everything else. You miss being with us, Laura?
Yes, I do very much, but I'm glad I can be the little shuttle person. And I'm listening to the Packer game on the radio.
I was telling him you shot too many roosters. That's why you needed shoulder surgery.
Right?
The best part about this business is really, it's my wife's business, and I just get to come along hunting. My wife, Laura, she does pretty much everything, from the billing to the, talking to the farmers and hunters every day, and she just loves it. So we're out here in December, and I got to tell you, it's my favorite time to hunt pheasants in South Dakota. The birds are bunched up. You can kind of narrow down a little bit where they're going to be. As the wind picks up, they're going to get in the thicker, taller cattail sloughs. And that doesn't mean it's easy. It means you're just going to have to work hard, but you're probably going to see a lot of birds. And if you do it right, you're going to be lucky enough to put a few in your back.
Shannon!
Thank you.
Get him, Link! Get him! Fetch him up!
Good boy, Link. Good boy. Good boy. Link, hand. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Thank you. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, beauty.
So Shannon and I are friends through the hunting industry. We've been friends for, 5 or more years or so, and she's a really avid bird hunter, a really fun woman to be around, and so it's kind of a perfect opportunity. Even though I was bringing her from 60 degrees to 20 degrees, she was more than happy to tag along. I stepped on them.
Yeah.
They're holding really tight.
They are holding really tight. Well, I mean, it's so thick in there. It's great.
Well, I got into those cattail sloughs, and they were up to here.
Yeah, that's great.
And I tried to pick up one leg, and it was like, nope. And I said, Lincoln, get in there.
I literally had to lean my whole body weight in just to get through.
Yeah, then I was like, even if the bird gets up in here, I won't be able to get a shot off because they're so tall.
But the ones you shot at were up on the grass?
We were in the grass, yeah, next to the sloughs.
Yeah, that was interesting. They were actually out of the grass, too. Well, maybe we'll try that farmstead. See if we can. It's kind of a grassy old farmstead. The day we got here, it was windy. 45-mile-an-hour winds, gusting well above that. But it also did bring a little bit of snow, maybe an inch or so or an inch and a half. And that is a huge bonus when you get out anywhere out here in South Dakota. If you got a little snow on the ground, you can see tracks. It's great for the scenting for the dogs and really helps your ability to find birds.
Rick, there you go. Ah, there goes another one.
Deer.
Absolutely love bird hunting. I mean, the pheasant here are just absolutely extraordinary. I grew up dove hunting, which is different, more crossing shots. But, you know, watching the dogs work, and especially watching Kali with Lincoln Jones, they have such a special bond. And it's just beautiful to see them working in the field.
Yes. We gotta find yours in here too. Just looking for it. Oh, that's not. This was someone else's.
His colors are just beautiful.
Too far. Come here, bud. Come on. Good. My bird, drop. Good. 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 I love that you're not carrying a gun right now because you shot a South Dakota limit.
Happy about that. Look at you. You're
Yeah, that was good.
rather laden.
Good way to finish out the day.
Absolutely.
Good. After a brutally cold start to the trip, the days are getting milder and the hunting is heating up. Redfield, South Dakota can rightly stake his claim as the pheasant capital of the world. And South Dakota Wild has put us right in the thick of it.
The culture on South Dakota is fantastic. If you, like I said earlier, if you like the outdoors, the pheasant hunting is fantastic, the duck hunting is fantastic, and the people are amazing. They're welcoming, and just the whole scene has been a fun-filled event for sure.
Hand.
Good job, John.
Really good CRP for Jones to run in. Most of the time we've been hunting cattail sloughs. We were just a little bit too thick for him, and he doesn't really understand to get in there because he's not a flushing breed. He's a pointing breed, so this nice big open CRP, he can run really wide, he can quarter really well. We walked into the wind, and now we're walking out of the wind, but he can run in front of us and come back around to get the wind in his face. So it's good for him to stretch his little legs and try to figure out these running roosters.
So what are we looking at here? Which plot of land are we hunting, and where do we think birds might be holding?
So in this particular, you can see here, we're looking at a giant slough that snakes all the way around. So when we zoom in, we can tell that it's a slough because the water and on either side of it is just covered in cattails. So we're gonna try to get down deep in there and just, it's gonna be thick, it's gonna be gnarly, but we'll send the dogs in and hopefully not exhaust ourselves and find birds, but there'll be birds in there for sure.
Good exercise.
Yeah.
I love it. Can't wait. Boy, that was an exciting two. The first one, I wasn't leading quite enough, hit him mid-body, he crumpled, but we couldn't find him. We think he ran. This one just nailed headshot. It was just a beautiful jump. What a gorgeous bird. And your heart does kind of stop when you hear them flush. He's spectacular. So on this trip, it was so special to watch the dogs work, and such a variety. We had Link, the lab, and Jones, the setter. We had Mike's dogs, a Springer and an English working cocker. all did a great job, and the smaller profile dogs were able to get into the cattails, and it's just art in motion when you're in the field and see dogs going after birds.
It's been really fun to get to share the field again with Rick and Laura. I love hunting with them. They're just such a fun group, always laughs going all around. And to bring Shannon out here for her first trip to South Dakota, even though she was dealing with really, really, really cold temperatures, she took it like a champ. After a very long walk, finally got a rooster up. Beautiful South Dakota rooster. But man, when they hit the ground, you gotta get after them because they'll start running. Good job, Lincoln. Good boy. It was super fun to get out here and just see, you know, hundreds of birds and at least bring some to bag and see great dog work along with it.